Welcome to Ms. Shortcut. Today, we explore a country that defies expectations, Luxembourg. It's small, landlocked, and often overlooked. Yet, it is the richest country per capita in the world, a leader in global finance, and home to several EU institutions. How did this tiny duchy become such a powerhouse? Let's uncover the fascinating story of Luxembourg, its roots, resilience, and rise to global influence. Origins and medieval influence. Luxembourg's story begins in 963 AD, when Count Siegfried acquired a small Roman fort, Luxembourg. Over time, this evolved into a fortified city and eventually, a duchy with strategic importance. Throughout the Middle Ages, Luxembourg produced 4 Holy Roman emperors, giving it outsized influence in European politics. However, its location, wedged between France, Germany, and Belgium, meant it was constantly fought over, invaded, and absorbed into other empires. By the 15th century, Luxembourg passed through the hands of the Burgundians, the Habsburgs, the Spanish, and eventually the Austrians. Its people became used to being ruled from outside, but their multilingual, multicultural identity was forged in this complex mix. Independence and neutrality. In 1839, after centuries of instability, Luxembourg was officially recognized as an independent Grand Duchy, although it remained under a personal union with the Dutch crown until 1890. It also lost half its territory to Belgium. In the 20th century, Luxembourg declared neutrality, yet was occupied by Germany in both world wars. Despite its small size, Luxembourg resisted fiercely and joined the Allies. After World War II, it gave up its neutrality and became one of the founding members of NATO, the United Nations, and the European Union. This pivot from isolation to integration became a cornerstone of its modern success. Economic transformation. Luxembourg's transformation is nothing short of miraculous. In the 19th century, its economy relied heavily on iron and steel. The Arbed Company was a global steel player. However, during the 1970s steel crisis, Luxembourg made a bold move. It reinvented itself. Through smart policies, Luxembourg pivoted from industry to finance, becoming a tax-friendly, stable, and discreet hub for banking. By the 1990s, it was one of Europe's financial capitals, rivaling Switzerland. Today, the financial sector contributes over 25% of the country's GDP. Luxembourg is the second-largest investment fund center in the world, behind only the United States. It houses over 130 international banks and thousands of financial services companies. But the government didn't stop there. Luxembourg heavily invested in tech, logistics, and space innovation. Yes, space. The Space Resources (LU) initiative aims to mine asteroids and become a leader in space tech. Proof that Luxembourg thinks far beyond its borders. Society, language and multiculturalism. Luxembourg is one of the most multilingual countries in the world. The average Luxembourger speaks Luxembourgish, French, German, and often English. Official documents are in all 3 national languages. With nearly 50% of its population being foreign-born, it is a true melting pot. Most residents come from Portugal, France, Belgium, Germany, and Italy, creating a cosmopolitan vibe in cities like Luxembourg City and Esch-sur-Alzette. Despite the diversity, social cohesion is strong. Luxembourg ranks high on global indexes for education, healthcare, income equality, and quality of life. The government supports this through social safety nets, free public transport, and a high minimum wage. Political and global role. Luxembourg may be small, but it plays big in politics. It is one of the founding members of the European Union, and hosts several key EU institutions, including parts of the European Court of Justice and the European Investment Bank. Luxembourg consistently punches above its weight in diplomacy and human rights. It's a strong advocate for climate policy, data privacy, and peace-building efforts at the UN. It's also a stable democracy, known for coalition governments, low corruption, and pragmatic leadership. Prime Minister Xavier Bettel, openly gay and progressive, has become a symbol of Luxembourg's modern identity. Challenges ahead. Like all nations, Luxembourg has challenges. The cost of living and real estate prices are rising fast, partly due to high demand from foreign professionals. Traffic congestion, cross-border workers, and wealth disparity are growing concerns. Moreover, its financial secrecy has drawn international criticism, although the country has made reforms in line with EU transparency laws. Yet Luxembourg remains adaptive. Its strategy: stay small, stay smart, and stay open to innovation. Luxembourg is a living paradox, a tiny nation with giant influence, rooted in tradition but driven by future-focused ambition. From steel mills to satellite launches, from medieval dukes to EU leadership, it's a nation that thrives quietly but powerfully. So next time someone calls it just a tax haven, remember, Luxembourg is much more than that. It's a case study in how size doesn't limit power, vision does. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to explore more surprising stories of nations with Ms. Shortcut. In the next we will go on our tour with Denmark. Don't miss it and stay in loop. Ms. Shortcut, your shortcut to the smartest country stories.